Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. Last time, we began crossing the sea en route to Joke's End, where Bowletta is waiting for us, and we floundered about in the ocean. Get it? Flounder? Ocean. Well, we meandered around a lot. There I go, making a pun without even realizing it once again. We went around the ocean. There we go. Well, I guess around Whirlpool. Never mind. We explored a lot of the ocean without actually going to Joke's End, did a lot of side questy things, and just saw all the things the sea had for us, and got some really nice items. There we go. I don't know why I'm so opposed to making a pun all of a sudden, because normally I'm just trying to shove those things out of my mouth as much as possible. That sounds really creepy. This time, we are crossing the ocean once more, this time heading off to Joke's End. We're gonna go there, not on foot, but in that warp pipe. I guess Mario is still kind of going on foot, considering on Luigi, but I guess Luigi's kind of more so going on nose. We got everything already that is worth getting in the ocean. Once again, you don't have to go to every single map square. A lot of them just have those coin balloons in them, and I did opt to use the warp pipe just to kind of save us time, though, because surfing all that way with nothing but coin balloons and all this water that looks exactly the same, it would have been kind of boring. And I didn't really want to show, like, every single individual one of those coin balloons, and no, it's not just because I miss them every time I jump for them. Whatever gave you that idea? Well, here we are at a beach that we've never been to in the far north, and if we take the map's word for it, this place is apparently very cold despite its appearance. I mean, I know that you can have winter and snow in areas that have beaches, but still, it doesn't really look like, wow, I remember last time that I was saying that black rocks are an endangered species. Apparently, Joke's End is their breeding ground. I guess I don't have to really worry about that all that much more. I'll smash as many of them as I feel like. Well, I believe right around here, if I can hit Mario with the hammer, yes. Somewhere, yeah, there we go. There is a hidden item underneath this rock that was right here. There we go, there is our first Chuckle Bean, and here we are. Green warp pipe right over this way, and it is warp pipe number 9. We can return to Joke's End absolutely anytime we feel like. Really, really helpful, because we haven't, if you haven't done the side quests in Bean Castletown or just need to go back there for some reason, you can, and this is taking too long. Let's speed. I can't do Firebrand Bros on a stairs. It's the only time I'd really want to use it that I don't need it for puzzles. Come on. Hold it, you two. This place is our playground, understand? Do you two want to play here too? In that case, the least you could do is say hello to those of us who were here first. Eh? Me? I'm Jajora. I'm a buddy of the cousin of the descendant of the spirit who once guarded this place. Who knew this guy, 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 who knew this guy. Princess Peach? Bowletta? Man, I have no idea what you're talking about. Whatever. Look, if you want to go inside, then go right ahead. Be my guest. Go nuts. I don't know what kind of adventure you've been on to get here, but man, getting through here won't be nearly as easy as what you're used to. No way. Well, we love a good challenge, and but man, you say no, but men, we are brothers, we are partners in crime, or I guess partners in time if you want to be canonical. So yes, Joke's End. This place is no joke. That's why it's the end of jokes. Well, this is a really, really big, formidable dungeon, to say the least. We got a lot to do here. How about we get started by getting into a battle with a brand new enemy? Off screen, I opted to give Mario the Iron Pants because we still needed to show off the heavy gravity status, and, yeah, the Iron Pants give us that all the time, so I said goodbye to the Harhal's Pants. Whenever you jump using heavy gravity, like I said, it is really fast. Look at that. Hitting your timing is really tough. These enemies, by the way, that was not me missing the timing of my jump. No, I got it right. They take 1 damage from all attacks, unless I believe it is a Bros attack or one of your hand attacks. Thunder Hand, I believe. I will try Firebrand on them just to try it out, though, but I get the feeling it's gonna heal them, even though they don't really look like fire enemies. And oh, right, heavy. Wow, I took critical from that as well. I don't really remember there being enemies that were critical. Oh, come on! Don't undo all my hard work here. Come on. But yeah, I was saying that your other attacks that are not jumps are slowed down in heavy gravity status, so it really is the opposite. You will have less time to do your action commands as well whenever you have to jump over something, so it can be tougher. I don't really want that personally. Come on, there we go. Critical to you, and I'd say we're pretty good here. I think I do want to use some items, though. I didn't realize how low on BP I actually was, even though I shifted around my equipment before starting the recording. I think that looks pretty good. I'm gonna get the Iron Pants off Mario, and you know what? We got the Casual Coral last video. Let's put that on. See? You have all this defense at the cost of having the heavy gravity status on, but the Casual Coral can be on either bro, gives you even more defense. It's kind of lame that 60% poison dodge is the ability on it, because I do personally like abilities on the bros a lot more. Also, while we're shifting around our equipment, you might have noticed that Mario was level 30, even though he was 29 in the last video. That's because when I went hunting for those collectibles at the end slate of the last video, Mario leveled up. I got a +5 in defense, which made me really happy. What didn't make me so happy, though, was feeling the effects of bumping one of the triggers while swimming. I think I'll put the great... do I want to do that? I haven't really been struggling in the way of health. I think I could afford to do this, even though it is the beginning of a new area, and I've stated that I don't really like doing all that much. Oh well. So let's get into a battle with this guy. And these guys are different from other enemies. They will attack together as a team, so you gotta keep your eye on each of them. We have, if I may show them, the Ice Sniffets. Took y'all day to come up with that enemy name, huh? I guess you could have done something with Eskimos, because the way that they're kind of dressed and just the kind of region that you're in. No. There's a reason why I'm not an enemy namer, I'll be quite frank. These guys are weak to fire, as you would imagine with most ice enemies. You can just take them out really easily, and wow, this attack is taking a long time. I really don't have anything to say about it, thank you. How about we try out our new Cyclone Bros? I think I'll try level 3 of this. You wanna hit B? Mash the A button, and then you will just attack repeatedly. Or you attack once because I'd almost killed that enemy already. Wonderful. The nice thing about Cyclone Bros, though, is that it's one of few attacks in the game where if you kill an enemy with it and there's other enemies on the field, the attack will continue. I want to show that off in a battle really soon, but it is really nice. It's good at taking out groups of enemies. It might not be the best damage output, but it's still good for that reason. As you can see, there's some of the Mushroom Kingdom in the distance. How do I know that's the Mushroom Kingdom in those hills? Because they're merely staring at us and not smiling at us. That's how it's not the Bean Bean Kingdom. And wow, game show hosts have very strange habitats these days. He gives us a red pepper and a green pepper. I'll have to start using peppers more often because it's been a while, or rather, I've never even used one in battle. I've merely just gone over what they did. So, I really want to use those in battle because they are really good. I just have never really felt them all that necessary. Here we are, staring off into the fourth wall creepily. I wonder if you can even make it over here. Like I said, we love a good challenge, so let's do that. Now, over this way is... Oh god, I'm gonna try to stay away from that guy. I don't want to get in too many battles right here. You might be wondering why I didn't go the other route. It is because that loops around back to the front room if you go this way, so you'll get a collectible if you go off to the left instead of the right. Me going off to the left all the time instead of the right is really good. Joke broth soup. Do not boil. Well, it's a good thing you specify what that yellow liquid in that basin was, otherwise I probably would have been tempted to think something a lot grosser. Break down this wall, and I want to get this bean really quick. Got that. Let's head outside. And, ooh, what do I want to do here? This is a new enemy we have not fought yet. I think we fought, like, the ground version of these guys, but not the Para version of these guys. Let's get into a battle anyway. And, wow, more of these things. Jeez. I guess this could be a good chance to show that off. Oh, another attack. That has poison on it, so the casual coral can't protect you against that. I'll use Fire Bros on this first glurp. Glurp. I'm sorry. I just realized what a funny name that was. I hadn't said it out loud up to this point. And it's just one of those things that when you read it, it doesn't sound funny, but when you say it out loud, just glurp. It sounds like some kind of internet slang for doing something stupid. I mean, I know it sounds like derp, but... Sorry, I gotta start finding applications for the word glurp. It's just like Shazamity Lamb. I gotta find times to use that outside of my Let's Play of Kid Icarus. Well, these guys, they are a lot faster than their blue brethren. They are not simply a recolor. They can be harder to deal with. But, shouldn't really be all that hard with our brand new Cyclone Bros of Scaratroopy. Okay, thought it was gonna be Para. Hit you. You don't have to press B whenever you connect your attack here. It's kind of nice in that way, actually. As you can see, all of that damage to that group of enemies. We haven't really had an attack that's good at taking out groups to this point. So, yeah. Jump over you. And you get to attack even though you were just born. That's not fair. You're not even a fast enemy. I believe if I only press the button 3 times, it still counts as doing a great, so I can avoid having to do so many hits of it in order to get the advanced command for it, because I still want to get that. It's kind of crazy that we've gone so long without getting the advanced command for an attack like that. Hit you, and that's it. It's kind of nice you don't have to sit through every single hit of it, even if you know you've already killed the enemy like a lot of other Bros attacks as well. As a meteorologist, I am particularly interested in the whirlwinds that appear in the seas in this area. When rotational energy is added to warm up drafts of air, whirlwinds occur. It's quite fascinating. I would love to research this mechanism further and test it out somewhere. Not even gonna turn around and show us your character design? Well, honestly, I'm kind of happy that he's not turning around because every time you have a seemingly normal guy who is turned around in a place like this, it always is so creepy whenever he turns around and faces the camera because he always has, like, one eye, or he has, like, an eyeball coming out of, like, his tooth or something like that. Okay, I'm just being weird at this point. But still, you get what I mean. It never is just a normal guy whenever they're in a creepy place like this. It's always something creepy, so maybe I'm glad he hasn't turned around. Here we have a new enemy, though, the Clump. These are very powerful enemies with lots of health, but if you use your firebrand on them, there is a chance that you can burn away their toupee, revealing the baldy that they are on underneath, and they just get embarrassed and run away from you. It's a really nice way to take out an otherwise tough enemy, and I really do mean that they're tough. You can hit them with multiple bros attacks, and they won't go down. I kind of wish there was another enemy like that earlier in the game, but yeah, we haven't seen it up to this point. Now, the thing that I've been avoiding, other than the enemies, is this map of Joke's End. She said that this place was going to be a challenge and not like what we're used to. Check it out. Yeah! She was not kidding! This place is enormous. Hands down, the largest area we have come across in all of Bean Bean Kingdom. It's huge! And it's not very hard to see why it is so huge. They said this place is where bad jokes go, like, you know, after they have been cruddy for long enough. And you know what? With how many bad puns that I make alone on a daily basis, it's no wonder this place has to be so huge to contain them all. But then again, when you see a place this big and icy and cold and depressing, it kind of makes you feel bad for bringing bad jokes into this world, considering this is where they have to live for the rest of eternity. Yeah, suddenly feeling kind of bad about all of those terrible puns I've made over the years. But not bad enough to ever stop doing them. Well, whatever made you think I would stop doing that? Come on, that's part of who I am. Maybe I'm just a very sadistic, mean person whenever it comes to treating my jokes well! Okay, let's do this better this time. Let's get in here. Thunderhand our way over, thank you. I still don't get why they call it the Firebrand and Thunderhand. I get the Firebrand is a word, and it is appropriate in what they're meaning for it to mean in that context, but still, it's just like, the fact that it's not, you know, the same as Thunderhand, I tend to make that mistake a lot. Speaking of mistakes, I tend to make a lot. I'm not very good at walking between those things. Well, that opened up a door back in the main hub of the area. Ooh, does this say, oh yeah, it just tells us it'll take us back, okay. Does this, okay, we gotta get in there and use the Thunder Hand, I suppose? I guess you could technically walk between these. I think there is enough space for both bros, so I guess you don't need to use the Thunder Hand. There we are. It's actually not that hard once you realize that you can charge up the Thunderbrand even while Mario is still electrified. You just gotta send more shivers down his spine. That'll loop back around here, and then we can go back to the main hall from here. And that'll open up this doorway. I suppose I could have checked the map in this room. I guess I just forgot that was a thing. I think there might be a yes, there is a Who Bean hidden right there. Yeah, we are still getting these things even after getting that surfing minigame. I know we've gotten a few in this dungeon already, but still, it's a little bit strange to still be seeing those things even after they've become an infinite resource from a minigame. Let's see what's down here, actually. I haven't really gone this way. I kind of thought the other area looked like the required path. I do kind of apologize if my memory is a little bit... Oh, wait, no, this is the required path. I apologize if my memory is a little bit fuzzy of Joke's End, but it's a really big area. There is a lot to it, and it might take a tiny bit of fumbling around for me to recall which one's exactly the required path, but still. One thing that my memory is not fuzzy about, however, is that right here there is going to be a Who Bean. Again, really lame reward for finding a hidden secret now that we can get as many of these as we want from the surfing minigame. I mean, heck, it gave us 2 of them for free and not hidden blocks just before we went into that room. I don't know what you call that. So this area that I thought was the required path but ended up being optional, we can get a bros block right here. This is going on for quite a while. Okay, as soon as I say it. All I gotta do is say it and it ends. Wrong bro. I still am making that mistake. I made that mistake as a child, still make it now, made it multiple times in the series. Okay, so let's go over this way and get yet another one of these beans that I don't need, because once again, Chuckle Beans are also in the surfing minigame, and we have a relay block. We're gonna be here a while. Or rather, I'm gonna be here for a while. Fortunately for you, I cut that stuff out because those blocks go on for too darn long. After all that, we open up the door to go down into the basement, letting us bring this pot to a boil. After you have done all that, we gotta remember what that meteorologist said to us. He said that if you have an updraft and there's swirling air, it'll create a whirlwind. Well, how about we try doing that for ourselves and doing a spin jump right here in the middle? You would not believe how long I got stuck on knowing to do that when I was a kid. It was insane. I mean, I know that guy is there to tell you what to do, but still, I didn't put much stock in what he said. He was just some random dude, and it didn't make any sense to me. I was like, that's not an updraft, that's boiling soup. But yeah, you understand my pain. We got to Joke's End, we made a lot of progress, we opened up the way to where Jorah ran off to, and next time on Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, we're gonna be giving chase after her. See you guys then. Oh yeah, and I guess we gotta find Bowletta and save Peach as well. That too.